Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape. Well, it's not a new volume, it's actually a new season. We're going to call it Season 2, and this is Volume 1 of Season 2. So, these tapes were sent to me by a wonderful chap called Andre Russell. I'll put a link in the description below to his YouTube channel so you can have a little look. But yeah, he sent me these 5 tapes. This is probably the shortest of the ones, but had the most interesting bits with it. Anyway, so here's our tape, and it actually has a cover for a change. It actually says Pharaoh's Tomb. However, I'm not entirely sure that's quite what's on there, because when we open it up, we've actually got... well, I think that's Fane or something similar, or Tape 9 maybe? Tape 9? Side A? Side B? So there might be more to it than just that. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So we've got that. I'm just going to open the cover and show you the insides of it, because it's a Eurosonic cassette tape. Low noise, made in Hong Kong. So, but that's that. But I'll tell you what else came with it. This is the interesting thing. So, it also came with some bits and pieces. So, if I just pull them out, I'll show you. It says it actually came with loading instructions. And that has type options 1, 2, load, dit. I don't know what that's about. So, and save, name... I don't know. Oh, I know what it is. Options 1 and 2. That's it's on a 128K spectrum, so it's options 1 and 2. Really? Okay, fair enough. So that's what came with. It says load instructions. But this is the bit that amused me the most. So it had some instructions on how to play the game. So it says, use the arrow keys to go backwards, use the cross, buy items, inventory, use lance, use swords, make mask. I've never played Pharaoh's Tomb, so I have no idea what's it about. Collect gold and silver and use goods for sale, right? But what amused me most is this. It's clearly ripped out of a book. Mustn't have been a very good book, but obviously there's a picture of a house on there. So yeah, been ripped out of a book. So yeah, that's what we're working with anyway. So that's Pharaoh's Tomb that could possibly be on here. I have a backup just in case. This also came from Andre. He sent me like 4 million cover tapes. So this is good. There's always going to be a spare. There's always going to be an available one. So we've got Double Take, a complete game. Never played it. Don't know what it is. And I do know what that is. That's an arcade game. So this is just in case that this one goes really badly, or or we can't get anything to load. We'll go for this one. But yeah. So thank you again to Andre for that. And I will now get on with loading it into the tape drive. Hang on a second. Okay, let's get on with the show then. Shall we start loading up this game? Right, load. Let's get on with it. Okay. I'm quite looking forward to this one. The thing that drew me to this one was the fact that there were so many little bits and pieces that somebody had gone to the trouble of. Got a little bit of background noise there. That doesn't sound good. Right, well that's definitely well past anything that should be there. What noise is that about? Have I got the wrong computer for this one? Is this an Amstrad tape? Now, I know that Andre was looking... Andre, like me, likes the Amstrad as well. But mind you, it said it's option 1 and 2, load dit. I mean, instructions there. I wonder if these are his saves, but this is side 1. Okay, let's just fast forward it a bit and we'll see if we can find something that's more... It's very rhythmic, the noise that's going with this one. No, I don't think it's an Amstrad tape. I just think we're right. We're going to rewind the other side. I think we're going to have a look at the other side and see what we can find. See if there's something to load on here. This night, unfortunately, I have another theory with this. This could be very, very short. What's on the tape for the first one? But I have a theory that maybe. I mean, it's only C15, so it's quite a short tape. Maybe this is where he kept his saves for this game. Mind you saying that, there's a load of rewinding going on here. For a C15, that's taking a lot of rewinding. Right, okay, let's try from this side and see what's on here. What is going on? Whoa. I feel, do you know something? I'm listening to it, I'm going, have I got the keys here, or the codes for nuclear bunkers back in the day? I don't think there's much on here, actually. That's a... Oh, hang on. Hang on, we've got space. Hang on. Question is, are we going to get voices from the past now? Can't hear anything. Wow, what a strange set of rhythmic sort of, you know, noises going on. It was so weird. Oh, don't be the first tape as a complete failure. I mean, I've got a backup one, but I don't really want to use it if I don't have to. Let's just... No, nothing there. Give it a good fast forward. I'm going to try the other side again in a second. Oh, it's a terrible start. Nope. Pure silence. Nothing there. Not even white noise. What an awful way to start. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, come on. Oh, this is the danger with these things. Sometimes you just try them and there's nothing there. Right, I'm going to flip it back over again because that's me a good halfway through that side. I'm going to try it from where I'm at. I'm not going to rewind it. What the heck is that all about? It's like the same sound over and over again. I want to think it's something exciting, but... Alright, okay, we've got space now. Okay. Here we go. Silence. It's the sound of silence. A whole tape devoted to it. Nope. A little bit fast forwarding going on now. Oh wow! I really want to know what Pharaoh's tomb is now, though. That was what it was called, wasn't it? Pharaoh's tomb. I'm going to fast forward again. And again. Oh, what a disaster! The first tape of the new season, and we've just got weird and wonderful noises right at the beginning. I'm just rewind it again. We'll have a little bit of that rhythmic stuff again. I'm quite disappointed, actually. I was looking forward to this fair, so I have no idea what it is. I've never played it before. It looks like it was probably some kind of maze game with an RPG element to it, which sounds quite nice, actually. A bit of role-playing. Can't beat a bit of that. But I have a plan. It's running through my head right this second in time. I probably haven't got Pharaoh's tomb, and if I have, I probably can't find it handy on my shelves. In fact, I don't remember it. But I have got a couple of is it 1,000 and a half Spectrum tapes at this point? So it's possible I haven't remembered what it was. But what we'll do. is I've got ZX Play on my mobile phone and one of these connectors that allow you to put these tape converters that used to convert for you when you used to have a cassette player in your car. Do you remember those days? You had a cassette player and then you had a CD player that you'd then connect to it so that you could play it back. Well, ZX Play is really useful for that. So I can drop this tape thing into it effectively looks like a tape as far as tape drive's concerned, and we can maybe load it. So what I'll do. So I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to pause right now, and we'll come back and we'll try and load it from that tape. So hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. I found a tape image of this particular game. So we're going to try it. I even found a screenshot of it, or a picture of the cover. Now I haven't looked at anything beyond that. It's 1983. I'm going to push play on this now. Oh my, there we go. Just love it off your phone. That ZX Play, by the way, is a godsend. Anyway, and you can hear my tape thing grinding away because it makes funny noises when it runs. Anyway, I found a thing, poked it on the screen there. You can have a little look at it. It looks rather, to be fair, it looks like an early game, an interesting game. I didn't look beyond the actual getting the tape to run, so I'm quite looking forward to this one actually. So yeah, we've got Pharaoh's Tomb, and we've got instructions from way back when to a little look at. Cursor keys to move around, go backwards and forwards. Some buttons though. It's got A, B, C, F to go forward. Oh right, okay. I've stopped the tape. Press any key. Right, there was more on that there though. It's loading. I'm standing in an oasis, in the Egyptian desert, close to the place where the rumour suggests that the ancient burial place exists. To win, I must gather all the golden treasures that I may find and place them in by the oasis. Well, that's pretty simple, isn't it? I will act as your eyes and hands while you guide me with simple sentences such as go north or get the matches, or use the key. All right, so it's all right. Okay. I can understand many words, roughly 70. Oh, that's quite good. So look, quit, get, list, drop, use. I'm a little bit concerned that the tape's running on my phone actually. Just change that for a second. It's still running. Oh god, don't know where it went to. Don't know if I can rewind it. Anyway, I hope it doesn't rush me to load again. So where are we at? Act as your hands. I understand words. Yeah, okay. Press the key to continue. Right, oh, okay, maybe there's another part to load. It's probably big enough that you can actually load another part. So, you can see your score at any time by typing score. Yeah, maximum score you can score is 1,520 points. I love those kind of games. There was a game on the on the Xbox 360 called Condemned, and that had every other game had 1,000 points as their sort of total achievement score. It had 920 because you should. I mean, seriously, it's just so weird. But anyway, you get full. To gain full credit, you must return the treasures. Right? Okay, fair enough. This is a long game, and when you quit, you'll be asked if you want to save your present. All right. So I think what we had on that tape there was his saves. I suspect if I put the tape in now and actually said load, I could probably load where I'd got to, which is actually quite interesting. I wonder where he got to. I maybe do that actually in a bit. We'll see though, and help at any time. Okay, press enter to begin. Now start the tape. Damn it! I knew that was going to happen. Didn't you know that was going to happen? Right. Okay. Let's. I wonder if I can rewind. Oh, I can't rewind. I don't know how much further it played on the tape. Stop. I'll push play. We'll see what happens. Right, I'm going to press play on the tape now. It's not going to work. Press any key. It's not going to do that. We're going to have to wait for it to skip through that. It's only a 3-minute, 52-minute tape, so it's actually not as long as it says it is. So basically, it was almost a variation of copy protection, if you know what I mean. So it's looking for something particular here to load. Oh, sorry about this. We're going to have to skip through this again. There's no fast forward. That's one disadvantage of this. I should have hit the pause button very early on, but never mind. No, it's the wrong bit. It knows it's the wrong bit. I think we were at about a minute So we'll wait for that minute to go past. I'm going to look at one of his saves actually later, though. We'll see if we can load one of those, because we've got a tape full of saves. I mean, he must have been quite obsessed by this game if we've literally got two sides of a C15, both to do with... there we go, we found the right place. I'm just keeping an eye on it now on the phone, so that in case I need to stop it. So in case we have to pause it again. I wonder if we get a loading screen. That sounds a bit like a loading screen. It's interesting. You kind of got a few minutes. We got a title section there, you know, sort of bit to go through before we started anything. Yeah, it's definitely a loading screen. It sounds like a loading screen. Well, you know, if you're a Spectrum guy, you can pretty much tell and hear a loading screen when it's happening. It's cool. Phipps Associates. Bing name rings a bell. I wonder what else they did. Pharaoh's Tomb. Gotta love Spectrum loading. It's one of my favourite things in the world. There's something wonderful about it. I mean, I actually have one of those DivMC things where you can load things really quickly. But I tell you what, once I discovered, and I'm going to blame David Birdsall for this, because I think he used one of these as well. Once I discovered ZX Play and the fact that I could, you know, if I did have a problem with a tape, I could actually go and use my mobile phone and actually get the thing to load like that. I you know, it's just brilliant. I love it. It's a great way, because there's just watching and listening, and you know, that whole anticipation of the game loading is so much better than it instantaneously loading. However, mind you, modern games today still require a big download most of the time. But and if you're playing one of these online games and nobody else plays, you may wait for ages for somebody to appear in a lobby, but it's not quite the same. I mean, this is there feels like something's happening here with the data sort of, you know, or visualization of the data being transferred to the Spectrum. It's brilliant. Caused by the ZX81, that actually, because there was the audio chip and I believe the video chip. Now I'm not 100% sure of the full ins and outs of it, but apparently I think the two things conflicted. So you got lines on the screens that loaded. So the people quite liked it, because it was an easy way of telling whether or not something was happening. If there wasn't the lines going up and down, or something wasn't actually happening, you could tell whether the Spectrum loader was actually doing something. So I kind of appreciate the effort that was put into it. So we're at 3 minutes and 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds, and we've got 3 minutes and 52, so we've got about 30 seconds, I think, to load. That's a bit of a cheat, though, isn't it? Knowing actually exactly how long it takes to load. And so we wouldn't have known that back in the day. I'll look the other way and pretend it does not taking longer. That's really good. Really handy. It was really nice because I played Nosedive recently, which is the game that featured, or one of the games that featured in the Netflix TV show Bandersnatch. There we go. And it stopped, and the tape stopped on the phone as well, which is brilliant news. So yeah, it featured in that, and it was able to load it through the tape, and it just felt right to take something that was new, modern, and sort of load it. Anyway, here we go. Your task is to collect the treasure. I think we got that before, didn't we? So get candle, move direct. Right. Okay. Yes. Okay, here we go. So we're by the Oasis, because that's where it said we were starting. I'm not very good at these. I've forgotten how to play them, to be honest with you. Steep slope. Up there's also a book of matches. Take matches. Get matches. And that's it. Oh, look, there's a little drawing on it. That's cool. Okay. Inventory. Oh, invent. For inventory to see what I'm carrying. Inventory. That's a lot of... Oh, God. You have a book of matches, right. There's a steep slope. So I can go north, I think. So if I go north, I'm at the tomb entrance. All right, so I'm actually there already. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? What shall I do? There's move rock. That's extremely heavy. Are you sure you want me to risk
Risk a hernia. Yes. The rock moves easily. So it's an extremely large rock that moved easily, but we risked a hernia for it. I like it. Yeah, what do we go now? The path goes... I'm at the entrance. The path goes west. Can we not just enter the tomb? So we went north and west. Tomb. Enter tomb. Oh, we're in! We're in! Yes! I'm in the tomb's cave entrance. Although it is rather gloomy, I can see quite well around me. There is hieroglyphs. There's some warning. Can we read them? I wonder if I can read the hieroglyphs. I know it's a long spelling here, but well, because they're usually pictures hieroglyphs, aren't they? They're kind of, little men sort of pointing in directions, worshipping. I've spelled it wrong. I can't believe I've tapped the wrong key there. Let's try that again. Typing too fast. That's what's going on here. Okay. G L. I missed the Y last time as well. Using the longest words ever. Can't read them? I don't understand that. Right, okay, well, that's fine. That gives me... you can go east, and there's daylight to the west. East. Ooh! We've got a room. Ooh, got lots of rooms, and they're all dark. And there's a fire. There's a fire room. Oh, right, okay, that's cool. Intense heat has ignited the matches. They all burnt. Oh my god! I burnt all my matches! Can I go south? All my matches are gone! I was looking forward to using them for something. Let's see. Water cavern. I'm going to get lost here, aren't I? Because I'm just wandering around aimlessly. I'm liking the fact that we've got a graphic for each individual room. That's kind of cool. There's the garden room because it's green. Storeroom. Oh, no! Look, there's a candle there. Could have done with all those. Can I get all? Have we taken them all? Oh. Damn. Get... candle. Okay, what shall I do now? Oh, that's me upsetting the thing because I'm trying to pull the tape out because I'm thinking about loading this, seeing whether we can load this guy's stuff. Right, get candle, get key. Because then we've got everything, haven't we? The master key. Get ladder. We got the ladder. I wonder if we can load his game. Can we load his game? Load? Quit? No. Don't reboot. Don't reboot. Yes. No. That's what I wanted to do. I want to see what's on here. Because I'm desperate to see what's on his tape. Do you wish to load from a previous... Yes. I'm looking forward to this. Right. Oh no! What's happened? I broke it. It can't be a basic program. Is it really? Oh wow. Can't see all of the things, but looking at that, I don't know how I managed to break that. I didn't think I'd hit the break button there. I pressed the any key. well, any key being any key on the keyboard. Let's just do run again, see if we can do that. Now, run. Oh no, broke it. Oh, I'm rubbish at this kind of stuff sometimes. I'm breaking the game. I can't see his text. He's done something with the colour at a certain point, which basically covers his instructions. So basically, it looks like the whole thing is a basic game. I didn't even expect that either. It was but it ran really well. It was actually quite a good game. Quite enjoyed that. So we won't be able to see what's on there. That's a real shame, actually. That's a shame that we're not going to be able to see that. Because I'm not going to load it again for you because we've already seen it. Quite like the look of that one. Now I'm going to have to go find a full version of that to add to my collection just because I like it. Cool, that one. Anyway, right, okay, let's do new and let's try some of these. Let's just get this cover tape in here. We might as well do that while we're here. So we've got Double Take. Don't know that game at all, and I do know Cabal. So let's do Double Take first and see what happens with that. I'm going to assume that if I do a reset and we do the loader, it should be a 128k game. So we've got, anyway, though, for that tape that we had, the what's on the tape, there wasn't actually anything on the tape other than his saves. That's kind of interesting. In the sense that we got somebody's history of how far they got on a specific game. So that's cool. And we kind of cheated and we loaded it anyway, just to see what it was like. Couldn't go without doing that, especially as the whole tape seemed to be just loads and saves. Double Take, no idea what this one is. It doesn't give you any clue to what it is. It is I think it's a Sinclair user. It's either Sinclair user or your Sinclair, one or two. Oh, good solid lines. I was reading a thing about loaders the other day and how they changed the colours on the edge because I always thought that was really cool. Apparently it's really easy to do because that's what they've done there. Look, there we go. It's your Sinclair definitely because they use a lot of this black and blue colour. So we've got a screen, I think, loading now. Double Take. I think you never knew. Sometimes you got some really great games on cover tapes. It's an Ocean game. Double Take. Denton Designs. It looks like it's some kind of parallel universe, possible action-adventure kind of thing. So you're doing something in one parallel universe against the other. 1986. Ooh. Not one that I played. The thing about it is I always thought that, I said this previously on a previous What's on the Tape, and people said that they weren't a quality company, really, Ocean. They just seemed to perceive that quality, I think, was what it was. They spent a fortune on advertising, a bit like Imagine did, and they pumped out all this stuff, but sometimes the games were less than quality, realistically. They were meant to be a quality designer. They got better. Like anything else, though, the longer you have a particular device, the better you can program, the better games you can produce for them. It's always nice to see games towards the end of a generation when it comes to specific things, especially, and with computers like these, there was upgrades. Effectively, you went the 48k to the 128k. Technically, the Sam Coupe was the next logical thing. And in the logical steps, of course, you've also got the ZX Spectrum Next, which has produced boards thus far, but I don't think it's produced the final model. And I think that's been sitting for a little while. It must be at least a year since it kind of was announced. It must be more than a year, actually. I'm hoping it comes soon, to be honest. I'm wondering how they're going to do the next batch of machines, though. That's a big question that's running through my head about it. Because I quite like the idea of it, but I've seen the graphics on the more advanced mode, the sort of the next mode itself. They remind me very much of the Commodore Amiga or the Atari ST in their styling. That 16-bit style generation, not the full sort of not the current PC thing. So it's a new PC. I like the idea of the new PC. It's a struggle. This one, it's a difficult one, right? We live in a generation or a set of generation where you can buy literally a £30 PC as small as, in fact, £5 PC if you talk about the Raspberry Pi Zero, which is literally a £5 PC with an HDMI output that goes on your PC and your screens, and you can buy a computer that cheaply, but do they hold the same sort of turn on the spectrum and you straight to basic and you straight away to programming and all that kind of stuff? I don't know. It makes me wonder whether or not where we're going with that. Anyway, right, keyboard. I'm on keyboard. Oh, no idea what the keys are though. Right, 0 to select. Oh, right, I'm going to choose my keys now. That's fair enough. I can do that. B, up, down, space. Confirm, yes. Right. Oh, my coat. Oh, I've made a mistake. I've made space the fire button, and I'm not. I'm. Ag. I can't press the space because space is also pause. So that horrible bat thing that's flying around after me is getting me. I'm not sure what I'm meant to do here. Is he meant to wear me as a coat? I don't know. Oh no, I've got a problem. Oh no, I've made a mistake there, haven't I? Why would it make space the thing and then allow you to select it as part of the whole thing? That's just ridiculous, isn't it? I'm just gonna have to die, whatever that involves doing. With some pretty nice music though at the beginning. I was quite impressed by that. I can't seem to fly out of the room though. I seem to be stuck. Some kind of adventure. He's got a really high-tech computer. He's got the tapes on there. Graphically, it seems okay actually. Movement-wise, pretty good. I'm assuming I'm dying at the bottom there. That sort of like bar that's moving from yellow to red must be me dying. You played Double Take before? I don't remember seeing it, nor do I remember buying it. I didn't buy many Ocean games. They were always way out of my price range. I always thought that was the definition of quality games, but you know that they paid the higher price. But I was always very. I think I used to read the reviews before I would buy a game. You know, like I remember. Green Bray is one of those games that I bought. There was a number of other ones that I bought where it was the higher price, and it was really quite good, and I was quite pleased about that whole thing. I wonder if I can press 1 for keyboard again, change it. I can't believe I did that. Oh no, I've got another life. Oh no, I'm in like the alternate universe. Oh damn it. I don't know what's going on. I made a mistake there. What's that about? So I like went into an alternate universe there. Kind of flipped between the two. Can I quit? Is there a quit button? There's probably the space bar too. Pardon me, just sneeze coming on all of a sudden. Yeah, press brake and get out. And brakes that. Was there a fire button there? I don't know. Oh, I'm stuck in it. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. And I don't know what's involved in that. It looks interesting. I think we may have to return to this one, but we're going to leave it for the moment. That one looks quite good. I think I might do a separate thing on this if I can be bothered to go around to it again. Yeah, I can actually because it looks interesting. There's something about this that's got my attention. Double Take though. I don't remember even seeing what it looked like as a cover. You know, as an original. I'm assuming it was an original Ocean release, but I have no idea whether it was or it wasn't, and whether it was just a Your Sinclair only sort of, I don't know, one-off. I no idea. I don't know how many lives I've got. I'm just wondering if I can die fast enough. Can I die if I run at this thing? Does that hurt you? No, it doesn't seem to hurt you a lot. And those things are really getting into me now. Let's see if we can die. Before we call it a day. Yeah, but as I was talking about before, when I was talking about computers and sort of the Raspberry Zero, Pi Zeros, and all this kind of stuff. Now the thing about them for me was the Spectrum Next, which is an FPGA, which is basically, oh god, there was an enter button there that appeared. Let's just let it run itself to death, right? So it seems the best place to be though is the bottom corner because there seems to be lots of creatures that get you there. There we go. That's about plus. Yeah, it's an FPGA, which effectively means that it's hardware not really emulating, but becoming, by programming it, becoming a piece of similar to the original computer that was there. So it was kind of an interesting product in its own right. Interesting in the fact that you can make it actually look like a particular piece of hardware. Right, I'm just going to pause for a second because my wife and daughter have just popped back through the door, and they're standing in the hall making lots of noise, and they know I'm in here. So I'll hang on a second. I'll be back. Right, sorry for that minor interruption. Anyway, where were we? Right, yes, ZX Spectrum Next. Now, you can see the screen's gone blank. I left the game for a while, and it kept coming back to this sort of enter to do something, and then it didn't do anything, and I just left it and didn't actually do anything or move, and I decided that it would just restart, which is great. Saves me having to do it. So what we've got now, we've got Cabal, the demo. Now this is, as I say, based on an arcade game of the same name. It's not actually a bad. It's not a bad game at all. In fact, the Spectrum version of it was very, very good. It kind of matched the style. So it's kind of a cover-based shooter before they got really, really high tech. So you hide behind little bits of cover, shoot at the guys coming at the back, and then clear the level and move on. I actually prefer the Spectrum version to the arcade version. The arcade version is very, very good, but the Spectrum version, there's just something. They made the characters sort of a little bit rounder and more bulky, and it looks really good. And I actually think that the arcade almost could do with a remake that made them a little bit more bulky and whatever else, because they're quite wiry in the arcade version if you've ever played it. But this is one of my. This is a personal favourite. This is a game I actually bought as well. Never had 128k though to play it on at the time. Back in the day, it was the rubber keyed 48k Spectrum. Oh, you get every time the black and the blue for that one as well, because I saw that loader on a game recently. I can't remember what it was for. So we're getting our screenshot, I think, first. It looks very cool. But I'm not sure about the Next yet, in the sense of the fact that it's a very expensive computer. It's about £300 if you get all of the whiz-bangs that go with it. And it's only... there we go, Cabal. But if you go with the, with a Raspberry Pi Zero, you can technically emulate a Spectrum, and you can even emulate with something called C-Spec, the ZX Spectrum Next. And I have a passion for new hardware. I like hardware. I think that's really nice to actually have the original hardware. It's quite fun to load it on it. I mean, and I also like emulation. I think that's great as well. But something about the original machines is really good. But the problem is the Next is it's a new machine. It's not an old machine. It's a machine that's been made now with the Spectrum community in mind. I actually compared it recently to the Sinclair QL. Now I know it's not a QL, but the QL was kind of Sinclair's next PC, next home computer, should I say, not PC, but next home computer. It had microdrives, and it eventually had a 3-inch drive. And it wasn't actually a bad machine. It just didn't get the traction, and that's my worry with the Next. The Spectrum community is a wonderful place, but you have to have traction for things, and you have to have games developed, and you have to have software developed for it to become something that's useful. The Next has all the latest and greatest modern elements to it, but it's not a modern computer. It's effectively several generations behind, lots of generations behind. It's like a computer that you might have found at the end of the 80s and the early 90s. The Amstrads, not the Amstrads, the Amigas or the Atari STs of the world. But I don't know. We'll see. But I do like the idea of the fact that you can pick it up and just use it like a computer, whereas the Raspberry Pi, you have to load some software on it, you have to put something else. It doesn't quite boot up straight away as a sort of a computer as such. It doesn't come straight into something and there you go, you've got a computer, you've got a basic, you can start programming there and then, which is one of the joys of these early computers. That's what you got straight to a prompt and you could start programming. And obviously you could load things, but you could start programming just there and then, just flat. and you can't do that with necessarily with the Raspberry Pis of the world and things like that. You still have to put a Linux kernel on there, and you boot up into something or some other operating system just to get it up and running. Whereas the ROMs on early computers were just straight in there, straight away, and you were straight on. So I have mixed feelings about the Next. I would actually like one, but I think the price tag is significantly high. Now, have we loaded? Oh, we have. I'm listening for music. It says it has music. Right. Press the key. Pressing a key. I'm pressing a key. Code by James Bagley. Isn't that? Oh gosh, isn't that in that app? James Bagley being, of course, part of the ZX Spectrum group. Right. Oh, into my name. I don't know the keys. I don't know what my keys are on this. Right. Okay, that's level 1. What have I pressed? Well, he's a quality programmer. That's for certain. Let's have a little move around with these. See if I can work out the keys. It's cursors. I'm on cursor keys. Oh, I hate cursor keys. Oh, gosh. I've done 0 and I've done cursor keys. Let's just see if I can move around here. Let's find left and right. What's left and right? That's left. What's right? That's not right. Oh, come on. Where's the keys? See, I like how chunky it looks. It looks really good. And I would just wish I knew what the keys were, though. That's me shooting. Come on, keys. I don't know what the keys are. I've got a bit of a problem here. Level 1, 0. So basically you have to clear the level, and you've got a few things you can do to do that. Let me just find left and right. I want left and right. I found one of them there, but I don't see the rest of them. Let's try this thing here. That's the shooting. Right, okay. That's really weird. Okay, what's up and down? There we go. So you got to avoid the bullets, obviously. You got your little man here. There we go. I've got it. What a weird set of keys, all the way along top coat thing. So and you can shoot the buildings down if you shoot them enough. You see how the buildings like starting to explode there. I think it works really well. I do think it's a good game. Don't seem to have any problems with lives. Seem to be infinite lives here. Blowing up the building. It's kind of like Operation Wolf, but without the sort of standing in the back of the level. You've actually got this. You can have the cover that comes with the whole thing. Oh, cool! Get the gun. I've picked up the gun. See if I can blow up that house. Oh, I've been killed. It's really cool though. It's a great game. There we go. I can get a name in this time round. No, can't spell. There we go. Get our name in properly this time round. Enter. Yeah, so you've got multiple levels that you work your way through, and it's actually, as I say, it's not a bad game at all. It's really quite a good game. There's no point in worrying about the guns. I've been bombed. Oh, you get loads of lives. I just realised at the top there's tons of lives. I've been bombed again. Damn it. Or grenaded, so to say. I think it's the keys that are really not helping me out here. They're not bad. They're not the best. I've been hit. Working our way through the enemies, though. Yeah. You're kind of frozen when you're shooting. You kind of have to stay put. So it adds that element of movement to it as well. Reminds me of it's NAM 75 or 73 or 74 or something like that. You get from get on the Neo Geo as well. That's another game that's very similar to this. In its go on. Yeah, oh no, I've walked right into a bomb there. We're getting very close though to finishing the level, so it'll be quite nice to actually finish one of them. Here we go. Oh no, I've died! Don't keep dying! Yeah, shooting them all. It's the guys with the grenades that are the biggest problem, nothing else. It's just those damn grenades. There we go, there's one there. Oh, I'm so close to finishing this level. Almost killed enough enemies. They're all over me now, though. Look at that! Come on! We'll see if we get this level finished. Oh, I've gone killed! Is it all over? Oh, it's all over. Oh, well. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It was quite an interesting What's on Tape this time round. We did a few different things, didn't we? We actually tried out something else. We found saves. Somebody saves from the Pharaoh's tomb. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll be back next week. I've got another tape. I've got a monster for next week. So it's I say it's a monster. I'm hoping it's actually in the cassette case. I was just looking at it there. I'm not convinced. But either way, we've got something different next week. Let's hope that we've got some little bits of history to dig through. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Catch you soon. Bye bye.